welcome to another episode of Irreverent, and here's your news. The NTSB has announced they're investigating Toyota, Honda, and GM crossovers built between 2006 and 2009 for various mechanical defects. This is the best example of government bureaucracy for you. Next, they'll be investigating what really happened between Bill and Monica in the Oval Office. Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland has developed a liquid that fills potholes and costs less than the current method. I had a friend who tried to fill a pothole with liquid in college as well. He mixed Natty Ice and Mad Dog 2020. He didn't win any awards though, but he did get a public urination ticket. GM has added larger batteries to their new model of the Volt, meaning it can go 3 miles further, which marks the first time GM has gone the extra mile for anyone. NPR's Car Talk will not be back on the air next year. The show has run for 35 years, 25 of which were on NPR. These guys have been on air since what? The Nixon administration? A magical time when two goofy brothers could sit around and entertain by diagnosing engine noises and laughing at each other's jokes like they were high on exhaust fumes. Now all we can laugh at is Pauly D's new single. The new Ford Explorer is expected to cost around $40,000. And around here, we think that's kind of high. If you want the new Explorer, consider spending your 40 grand on some quality one-on-one time with your shrink, because you're probably batshit crazy. Fairwarning.org has stated that because states are becoming more lax about helmet laws for motorcyclists, death rates are climbing. Really? When something goes wrong when you're flying down the freeway at 70 miles an hour, with nothing to protect you but your subcutaneous fat and a Laren Skinner t-shirt, your chances of dying go up? It's like eating a sushi from 7-Eleven, expecting not to get the runs. Look, you may be the best rider in the world, but someone else might want to try their new Dukes of Hazzard impersonation. The next thing you know, you're doing a swan dive onto the concrete. Some people say that riding without a helmet is cool and hip, and they'll undoubtedly look even cooler with a breathing tube and a head injury. So unless you're Indiana Jones, keep your helmet on. A woman in Ohio has sued the city of Columbus for $500 billion with a B because they impounded her car after she was in a crash. The woman had a Saturn. It's worth $800 with the radio. She needs to thank the hospital that helped her survive such a head injury because it obviously severed her connection with reality. Texas made news last week by taking one step closer to raising the speed limit on toll roads to 85 miles an hour. And we agree with this. We love speed. And despite what critics may say, speed does not kill. Suddenly wrapping your truck around a telephone pole does. Universal has introduced Transformers: The Ride in 3D, which marks the first time Michael Bay project will have any sort of depth. And lastly, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has released something called the Blueprint in Distracted Driving. Welcome to America, where we need a 50-page book that says, "Pay attention to the road, dumbass." And this has been Irreverent. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, and we will see you next week.